Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Anyway, guys, today we are checking out the Ryzen 5 8500G. Well, this CPU is a very good CPU, budget CPU, I can say. So let me just tell you the specs of the CPU. Well, this is a 6-core 12 threads. The boost clock, it can go from 3.5 gigahertz up to 5 gigahertz, and it's a Zen 4. The socket is an AM5, as you already know, and the power that you're gonna be drawing on this processor is a 65 watts. The cache can go up to, I think, 22 MB, 22 MB. So it's not, you know, can't complain about that. And also, as you saw, this got a G. You know what the G stands for? It has integrated GPU. Well, this is the Radeon 740M. The Radeon 740M can help you in the meantime before you get like a GPU that you're gonna be using with this processor. So let's talk about the performance. The performance on this processor, the CPU mark is 21,400. It's a solid mid-range, and I would say it's good for 1080p light gaming without a GPU. If you don't have like a GPU, as long as you are like playing light games, it will be fine. Like it will work really fine. Content creation, basic editing, and streaming, as long as you're not playing games or streaming. Because people confuse streaming with playing games. Like if you are streaming and playing games at the same time, nope, I don't recommend this because, as I said, light gaming. So you can't do both at the same time. If you are streaming, let's say I'm doing like a stream, like recording a video like this, maybe streaming to you, like showing you the this processor. Like if I'm streaming like this, then it'll work really fine. Yeah. So multitasking, office work or anything like that, just typing emails and all that, it can really work with the integrated GPU. So you can run Valorant, Fortnite, low to medium settings, but I don't recommend to go on high settings. So let's talk about the pros. The pros of this processor: no GPU needed. You know, if you are using this, like most of the Ryzen processors, they don't have the integrated GPUs. But if you get this, you don't need a GPU at the first start. You can like boot it right after you get your motherboard and your processor, and the RAM DDR5. I don't know where you're gonna get that, and you'll be good to go without a GPU. But in the after some time, you'll need a GPU because light gaming not really good. So the next pro is this can run on low power. 65 watts runs really cool on overheat. You can use the stock cooler they give you. You don't need a lot of stuff. And it's a new AM5 platform, so you can add like more RAM, DDR5, but you're gonna get cooked on DDR5. So yeah, I'm not complaining about that. And again, another pro, it's affordable. Yeah. And let's talk about the cons right now. The cons, the lower cache L3 versus the normal Ryzen CPUs, it's really weaker when it comes to gaming performance. That's why I put it as a mid-range, because I'm going to be putting this with the RTX 5050 because they can really match. Yeah. And also, it has limited PCLE lanes. It can bottleneck strong GPUs. Yeah, when you put a like maybe a 5070 going upwards, you get a bottleneck. I won't lie to you. Like this is a straight fact. Like this, I'm not lying about anything like this. I'm not saying you should buy this like real quick. Yeah, I'm just telling you the pros and cons. What is good for, and again, since it's budget, I mean, like can get it like for cheaper. And again, it's not ideal. That this is another con. It's not ideal if you plan to add like a powerful GPU. It's just the same as what I've said, like limited PCLE lanes, like it can buckle like. So if you are planning on upgrading a GPU in the future, maybe to a bigger GPU, I would say nah, just stick to what can really match this processor for. But you know, it's quite cool like that. And also, the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is who should buy this processor. Okay, before you buy this processor, the things that I've listed, the pros and cons, you have to take a look at. But in my own opinion, I would say this is perfect for budget builds with a GPU or without a GPU, still perfect. And office, school, then editing setup, or a gaming setup, mid-range gaming setup. You can stream with this as long as you got a GPU, maybe 12 GB or 8 GB minimum. Yeah, that will work for you. But it's not ideal for if you're planning to get a high-end gaming build. Not really. Pairing this with the 5060s, maybe 5060 Ti. 5060, I don't think it will like underperform it. You won't lose that performance. But the Ti 16 GB, you know, you're gonna lose a little bit, you know, performance. But here's my honest take before I end this video. If you want this processor, like let's say you don't have a GPU yet, it's a great choice if you want to get it and you're planning on getting a GPU very soon. You know, I would say get this. But if you are not planning on getting a GPU soon, you can get the other processors like the Ryzen 5 7600. But you know, those better. It's again like different gen. Or you can get the Ryzen 5 7500F. But you know, AM5 is pretty good. But the other downside is this is just an adjustment. The other downside is the RAM. You know, RAM prices are still crazy. Like, I don't know if they're gonna drop or what. I'm not giving you guys a promise or anything, but you know, that's the thing. The RAM is really up. I would rather stick to the Ryzen 5 5600. You know, AM4, like, oh, still use like DDR4, but this is really good. So if you are planning on getting a pre-built that has this, I already have a pre-built. I'm going to be building it after this video. It's 13,000 Pula. I don't know how much in US dollars, how much this is going to cost, but it will be this processor, the Ryzen 5 8500G with 16 GB DDR5, 5000 mega transfer speed, and 1 TB SSD, not hard drive. Yeah, I don't have hard drives. I could be adding a hard drive, and then a mesh case with 3 intake fans and 1 exhaust. So if you're planning on getting this pre-built, come get it real quick, because when this video drops, the piece is ready, so you can come get it. Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, that's how we gotta do it.